The product of the High Plains, the Balko Bison are on the air. You're listening to Balko Bison Basketball live from Fairview, Oklahoma at the Echo Dome, home of the Fairview Yellow Jackets. For this fourth round of SSA Class B men's matchup between the Balko Bison and the Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the keys to victory for tonight's game, or for today's game rather, the starting lineups and the tip-off live from Fairview, Oklahoma. Balko Bison Basketball will continue in a moment. Welcome back to the Echo Dome here in Fairview, Oklahoma for this fourth round of SSA Class B men's matchup between the Balko Bison and the Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx. Kremlin Hillsdale comes into tonight's game with a record of 13 wins and 12 losses on the season. They came into today's game as the winners of their district. They lost to Goodwell last night, 70-39, and so that's how they ended up in this consolation matchup here in the fourth round. The Balko Bison lost their second round matchup and so ended up getting the consolation in the district, and they qualified for today's game by defeating O'Keene 58-37 last night. Balko's going to have to do more of the same of what they did yesterday. Get up and down the floor, make transition baskets, force a lot of sloppy play on the defensive side. That's what they're going to have to do. Kremlin Hillsdale has so much height. Looking at their team, they have 8 players that are 6'5" or taller on their team. And so Balko's going to have to get after it, and they're going to have to really kind of shut down their height. And so a lot of today's game is going to fall on Adam Creason. Adam Creason had a really strong game against O'Keene yesterday, scoring 23 points, had a lot of rebounds, several blocked shots. So a lot of this is going to fall on Adam Creason. Jaden Hall, the other superstar senior for Balko, is going to also have a lot of weight on his shoulders. This is a winner-go-home game now. For the rest of the way, Balko's going to have to win everything from here on out. The keys to victory for Balko, again, they're going to have to get out in transition. They're going to have to clamp down on defense. They're going to have to force turnovers, and they're going to have to really, they're going to have to run and gun. Given as much size as Kremlin Hillsdale has, the faster Balko can go, the better it's going to be for them. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the starting lineup for today's games and the tip-off for this matchup between Balko and Kremlin Hillsdale live from Fairview, Oklahoma, and the Echo Dome. Balko Bison Basketball will continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma for this fourth round OSSAA Class B men's matchup between the Balko Bison and the Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx. The starting lineup for today's game, first for the Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx, sophomore number 4, Andrew Wright, freshman number 12, Jackson Stewart, senior number 20, Cadence Stewart, junior number 22, Landon Schultz, and junior number 23, David Granberg. And the Bronx are coached by Brad Hawkins. For the Balko Bison, coming into today's game with a record of 9 wins and 10 losses on the season. Junior number 3, Nathan Smith. Senior number 5, Jaden Hall. Sophomore number 11, Peyton Parker. Senior number 32, Adam Creason. And senior number 55, Mason Ramju. And they are coached by Jake Regier. We do want to thank everybody for listening to this broadcast of Balko Bison Basketball. If you are listening, leave us a message on Facebook, Balko Bison Sports Network, on Twitter, @Balko Sports. Let us know where you're listening from. We love to hear from you guys. Kremlin Hillsdale is in their road red uniforms with white lettering and trim. Balko is in their home white uniforms with the script Balko across the chest. Maroon script Balko across the chest. Maroon lettering, maroon trim. Balko will be going from right to left across your screen. Kremlin Hillsdale will be going from left to right. Again, we want to thank everyone for listening to this broadcast of Balko Bison Basketball. My name is David Vaughn. I'll be your host for the afternoon. A very pleasant good afternoon to you all, wherever you may be. Those of you listening from at home, here in Oklahoma, in the United States, and all around the world, thank you so much for joining us. It's Balko, it's Kremlin Hillsdale, and it's on right now on the Balko Bison Sports Network. Jaden Hall set to jump for Balko, and Landon Schultz to jump for Kremlin Hillsdale. Official has the ball in the circle. Ball's in the air. Tip is controlled by Kremlin Hillsdale. David Granberg has it. He'll walk it across the timeline for the Bronx. Passing over to Stewart. Jackson Stewart's pass goes back to Andrew Wright near the midcourt stripe, giving it off now to David Granberg. Granberg now back to the circle. Jackson Stewart with it. Over to the far side. Caden Stewart. The fadeaway jumper high off the glass. No good. Jaden Hall with the rebound. Long outlet goes to Mason Ramju, who loses control. Picked up by Nathan Smith. And Balko set the offense now. Jaden Hall still with it now between the circles, has the ball, passing off to Nathan Smith. Smith at the top of the key, giving over to Adam Creason. Creason with it over now to Peyton Parker. Parker to Ramju. Ramju to Hall, the free throw line extended on the far side. Circling back out, Balko's going to reset the offense. Adam Creason with it now between the circles, giving it off to Nathan Smith. Smith driving in, stops at the top of the key. Over to Jaden Hall, three-pointer, bang! Three-point basket good for Jaden Hall. His first points of the game, and it's 3-0 Balko, 7:02 to go here in the first quarter. Andrew Wright with it, bringing it up the court, met by Mason Ramju at the midcourt stripe. Giving it off now to David Granberg on the near side, has the ball at the free throw line extended toward the near sideline. Passes to Caden Stewart between the circles. Now over to Schultz, back to the near side. Jackson Stewart with it, bounce pass to the block to Caden Stewart. Bounce pass is stolen by Mason Ramju. Ramju ahead of everyone, the layup's off the glass, and good! Basket good for Mason Ramju, and this is the kind of start that Balko needs, and they need to maintain this intensity. 5-0 Bison, 90 seconds gone here in the ballgame. Into the front court, passing over to Granberg on the near side, has the ball being guarded by Nathan Smith. Looking to give it off, does so to Caden Stewart between the circles. Stewart calling for help, gets it, finally passed off now to Jackson Stewart, and the free throw line extended. Top of the key three-pointer is off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound by Caden Stewart, and Kremlin Hillsdale will reset. Granberg with it now on the near side, has the ball at the wing, being guarded again by Nathan Smith. Bounce pass cross-court to Jackson Stewart. Stewart between the circles, being guarded by Peyton Parker. Back over now to Granberg on the near side. Bounce pass to Caden Stewart, and Kremlin Hillsdale again to reset. Andrew Wright with it now, back to, over to Landon Schultz. Schultz between the circles, guarded by Hall. Over to Caden Stewart, bounce pass is deflected and stolen by Adam Creason. Creason gives it off to Jaden Hall, and Balko's going to bring it slowly up the court. 5:41 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0 your score favor the Bison. Hall looking over to Coach Regier for the play. 1-3-1 zone being employed by Kremlin Hillsdale. Hall has it, finds Nathan Smith cutting to the basket. Shot is high off the glass and good. Basket good for Nathan Smith, and it's 7-0 Balko. 5:22 to go here in the first quarter. Andrew Wright bringing it up the court for Kremlin Hillsdale. Bringing it across the Yellow Jacket logo on the midcourt. Over to David Granberg. Granberg has the ball, being guarded by Smith. Driving in now on Hall. The shot is no good. Affected by Hall. And Hall gets the rebound. Numbers for Balko. Ramju would have everyone. The layup is off the glass. And good, and a foul! Basket good for Mason Ramju. 4 early points for him. And he'll be at the line to convert the three-point play. To attempt to convert the three-point play. Foul is going to be on Landon Schultz, his first personal foul, first team foul. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 5:02 to go here in the first quarter. Balko 9, Kremlin Hillsdale 0. Balko by basketball. Continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma. 5:02 to go here in the first quarter. Balko leads Kremlin Hillsdale 9-0. Mason Ramju at the line to attempt to convert the three-point play for Balko. Ramju takes one dribble, free throws on the way, and barely draws iron. It's no good. Rebounded by Caden Stewart. Coming back the other way now are the Broncos. Andrew Wright with it. Long outlet goes to Caden Stewart in the front court. Over to the corner now to Jackson Stewart. Stewart has the ball. Back to the top of the key. Three-pointer. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Mason Ramju. Balko wanted to run. Come back the other way. Numbers back defensively for the Bronx. Creason driving in. Shot is no good. And an offensive foul. Oh, no. Carrying violation. But it will be a turnover. And Kremlin Hillsdale basketball. 4:43 to go here in the quarter. Wright looks over to Coach Hawkins to get the play. Bring it across the midcourt stripe. Has the ball passing over to Stewart. Jackson Stewart with it between the circles, giving it off now to Schultz. Schultz handing it off to Wright. Wright driving into the lane, passes out of a double team. Back to the top of the key. Driving in now as Ethan Haggard is checked into the game for Kremlin Hillsdale. Bounce pass again between the circles now. Over to Andrew Wright. Wright driving in. 17-foot jumper is hard off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Jaden Hall. Balko come back the other way, and they're going to do so slowly. Halfway through the first quarter, 9-0 your score favor Balko. Hall still with his dribble, loses it on his own. Nobody's pressuring him. Compacted 1-3-1 zone by Kremlin Hillsdale. Peyton Parker for three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Transition opportunity, ball's poked away and stolen by Hall. Come back the other way now. Adam Creason with it on the far side, passes to Hall. Back to Nathan Smith between the circles, and Balko to reset the offense. 3:35 to go here in the quarter. Peyton Parker finds Hall at the elbow. Cross-court pass to Nathan Smith. Smith to the top of the key, over to Parker. Parker had a shot. He opted not to take it. Back to Ramju between the circles. Bounce pass to Nathan Smith, and Balko to reset. Smith directing traffic, giving it off to Parker at the free throw line extended on the far side. Over to Ramju, now to Smith on the near side of the free throw line extended. Finds Creason on the elbow, over to Parker. Parker for three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound by Kremlin Hillsdale. Ball's deflected, picked up by David Granberg. Kremlin Hillsdale to come slowly back the other way now. 3:05 to go here in the first quarter. 9-point lead for Balko. Kremlin Hillsdale basketball. Ethan Haggard has the ball, passing it over to Andrew Wright. Landon Schultz with it now, giving it off to Jackson Stewart. Ball's deflected and stolen by Nathan Smith. Smith driving all the way, shot up and good. Nathan Smith with the basket, that's 4 for him, and it's 11-0 Balko. The Bison scored the first 11 points of the game. 2:40 to go here in the quarter. Andrew Wright bringing the ball, spin move at the timeline, passing over to David Granberg. Granberg has the ball toward the near sideline. Driving in now, double team comes by Hall, bounce pass to the elbow, and we have a traveling violation. Jaden Hall did the old pull the chair trick. It forced him travel. It will be another turnover in Balko basketball. 2:25 to go here in the quarter. This is about as good defensively as Balko has looked at any stage this season. They're shutting down lanes. They're causing turnovers. They're doing everything they need to do. Adam Creason with the ball on the baseline. What a pass. Three-pointer for Hall. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Mason Ramju. Balko to reset. Pass is deflected. Knocked out of bounds by Kremlin Hillsdale. It'll be Balko basketball. 2:08 to go here in the quarter. Mason Ramju to inbound on the near sideline near the corner. Coach Aguirre calling the play from the sideline. Inbound goes to Jaden Hall. Hall with the dribble between the circles. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Peyton Parker has the ball. Nobody really paying him much attention. Over to Creason at the elbow. Give and go. Hall's shot is no good, but a foul. So Jaden Hall will be at the line to shoot 2 for Balko. Kremlin Hillsdale foul is going to be, I think that's going to be on Ethan Haggard. It will. That's his first personal foul, second team foul. Hall's first free throw is on the way, around the rim, no good. And that has been a struggle for Balko this season at the free throw line. They've not done particularly well at the charity stripe. Van Schultz will check into the game for Kremlin Hillsdale, and Ethan Haggard will have a seat. Hall's second free throw is up and good. So Jaden Hall converts 1 of 2. He has 4 points. And it's Balko 12, Kremlin Hillsdale 0 with under 2 to play now here in the first quarter. Wright walking it across the timeline diagonally toward the far side. Pass cross court. Hits Van Schultz in the face and goes out of bounds, and it will be Balko basketball. And that hurts. I've been hit in the face with a basketball numerous times, and that is not a pleasant feeling. Nathan Smith to inbound for Balko. Does so to Jaden Hall. Hall brings it across the timeline, jogging toward the far side over to Mason Ramju in front of the Kremlin Hillsdale bench. Back to Hall at the elbow. Creason driving in over a double team. The floater is no good. Rebounded by Jackson Stewart. Coming back the other way now are the Bronx. A minute 27 to go here in the quarter. Quickly into the front court. Andrew Wright has it. Passes over to the near side. Van Schultz. Schultz being guarded by Hall. Passes leading too far and stolen by Hall. Numbers back defensively for Kremlin Hillsdale. Hall's going to drive it all the way in or through a double team, and they'll say offensive foul. Hall tried a Euro step where there wasn't space, and so it'll be a foul. The first foul for Jaden Hall, first team foul, and it will be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball with a minute 10 to go here in the quarter. First real mistake that Balko's made in this game, though. Wraparound dribble by Wright into the front court, passes over to Stewart. Jackson Stewart has it on the far side. Nathan Smith goes for the steal and gets it, driving all the way in. Has the defender in his hip pocket. Layup is good for Nathan Smith. 6 points for him. 14-0, your score favored Balko. 51 seconds to go in the quarter. Long outlet goes to Granberg toward the near sideline. Has the ball bounced, pass deflected, and stolen. Balko basketball with 43 seconds to go. Here in the first quarter, Jaden Hall's going to take his time, and Balko may well milk this entire clock here. Hall walking it slowly in front of the court, in no hurry to do anything right now. Half a minute to go here in the first quarter. An impressive quarter by the Balko Bison on both sides of the ball. Peyton Parker just holding on to it. Balko just running clock at this point. Hall has to tell Parker to dribble from across the court. Nathan Smith now with it between the circles, handing it off to Jaden Hall, and now they'll run the offense. 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Crease and screen, Hall driving in out of a double team over to Parker to Smith for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Crease, and it will be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball. 4.2 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Landon Schultz to inbound, quickly into the front court, driving in. The half-court jumper at the buzzer is no good. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Balko 14, Kremlin Hillsdale 0. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have first quarter recap and second quarter action live from Fairview, Oklahoma. Balko Bison basketball will continue in a moment.
The cheerleaders, they need to sound the same. Half of them are going KAO, and the other one's going KO. And that's what it sounds like.
Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, where the Balko Bison lead Kremlin Hillsdale 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Nathan Smith leading the way with 6 points for Balko, 4 for Jaden Hall, 4 for Mason Ramju. Nobody on the scoreboard yet for Kremlin Hillsdale. And it will be Balko basketball to start the second quarter. Jaden Hall will walk it slowly up the court. Being guarded by Van Schultz near the timeline. Passing over to Adam Creason. Creason driving the lane. Fadeaway 15-foot jumpers off the back iron, no good. Rebound loose, deflected out of bounds by Peyton Parker, and it will be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball. 7:46 to go here in the first half. Andrew Wright with it for the Bronx, and he'll walk it up the court. Mason Ramju meeting him near the far side circle. Into the front court now. Van Schultz has it. Pass is deflected by Nathan Smith into the backcourt. Kremlin Hillsdale recovers. A half minute gone here in the second quarter. Granberg with it, crossover dribble, driving the lane. All the way in. The shot is good and a foul. Basket good for David Granberg. That's his first points And the first points for their team. Foul's going to be on Adam Creason, his first personal foul, second team foul. Granberg at the line to look to complete the three-point play. Free throw is up and good. So Granberg does convert. He has 3 points, and it's 14-3 favor Balko. 7:21 to go here in the quarter. What Balko doesn't need to do is get complacent on the offensive end, because we've seen them have long stretches where their offense goes ice cold. They need to keep the foot on the gas offensively. Creason with it at the high post. Giving it off now to Nathan Smith. Smith with the ball circling back around, being guarded by Stewart. Over to the far side. Peyton Parker all day. Three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Andrew Wright. Parker struggling with his shot in the early going. Right in the front court. Has the ball driving all the way in. Dishes out to the corner. Van Schultz with it. Schultz driving in. Loses his balance. Pass now down. The floater is off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Jaden Hall. Numbers back defensively for Kremlin Hillsdale. Hall wanted to run. But they'll set the offense. 1-3-1 zone being employed by the Bronx. Adam Creason sets the screen. Give and go. Peyton Parker now with it on the far side. Wide open three-pointer. Bang! Three-point basket good for Peyton Parker. His first points of the game. And it's 17-3. Balko ties their largest lead of the game with 6:21 to go here in the third quarter. Into the front court, Jackson Stewart. Stewart over to the corner on the near side. Granberg with it, driving in on Smith. Hall comes to help. Bounce pass to the far side over to Schultz. Giving it off to Stewart. Stewart on the far side. Now back to Schultz in the corner. Driving in on Hall. Clears a little bit of space. Back to Wright. Wright passes over to Stewart. Stewart's 15-foot jumper is in and out. No good. Gets his own rebound. The putback is blocked, but a foul. And Jackson Stewart will be at the line to shoot 2 for Kremlin Hillsdale. Foul's going to be on Peyton Parker. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. What Balko doesn't want to have happen is for Kremlin Hillsdale to see the ball go through the hoop a few times. That's not what Balko wants to have happen. Stewart converts the first free throw. And Caden Stewart will check back into the game for the Bronx, as Van Schultz will have a seat. So the starting five back out there for Kremlin Hillsdale. Second free throw is up and good. So Jackson Stewart converts both. He's 2-2 from the line. The team 3 of 3, and it's 17-5. Favor Balko now with 5:51 to go here in the first half. Hall with it on the far side. Crossover dribble. Pulled up. Over to Nathan Smith for 3. Off the back iron. No good. Ball deflected and saved by Hall. Coming back the other way now. Over to Nathan Smith. Driving in. Shot off the glass. No good. Smith had a bunny there and he blew it. Rebound for Kremlin Hillsdale. Come back the other way. Stewart takes the spill. Andrew Wright with it on the far side, throws it to nobody in particular in the backcourt, deflected out of bounds by Nathan Smith. It will be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball, inbounding on the baseline. 5:19 to go here in the second quarter. Balko 17, Kremlin Hillsdale 5. Granberg will bring it up the court and cross the timeline for the Bronx. Met by Nathan Smith, driving in. Smith has had good hands defensively so far in the early going of this one. Smith guarding Granberg very closely. Granberg driving now through a double team, throws it to no one in particular out of bounds. It will be a turnover, and Balko buys some basketball. 5:03 to go now here in the first half. Reminder that the winner of this game will face the winner of the matchup between, and I just had it pulled up. The winner of this matchup will face the winner between Scheidler and Fairview, and that game will be on Monday at 3 p.m. Hall on top of the key, passes over to to Parker. Parker gets it back after an errant throw. Back to Jaden Hall. Hall thought about the jumper, opted not to take it. Balko to reset the offense. Ramju sets the screen. Adam Creason out the top of the key, driving in. Spin move in the paint. Through one double team, over another one, and we have a foul. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Adam Creason. So that'll be 2 fouls on Creason. Fourth team foul, Kremlin Hillsdale basketball, 4.5 to go here in the quarter. Granberg with it now on the near side, passing back to Landon Schultz, top of the key, driving in. Ramju fights to the screen, blocks the three-pointer, picked up by Hall. Hall driving the other way, numbers for Balko. Hall driving in, hard foul, but a clean one. It wasn't a malicious foul, it was just a hard foul. Make sure you didn't complete the three-point play. Foul's going to be on Landon Schultz, his second personal foul. 3 team fouls for Kremlin Hillsdale. Jaden Hall will be at the line to shoot 2 for the Bison. Hall with 4 points so far in the game. First free throw is off the front iron, no good. As hot as the offense was in the first quarter, it's been equally cold here in the second for Balko. Hadn't been much warmer for Kremlin Hillsdale. Put back is good by Peyton Parker. 5 for Peyton Parker's home is both free throws. And it's 19-5 now favor Balko. Tying their largest lead of the game. Top of the key, Schultz with it, driving in. The floater from the block is off the glass and good. Basket good for Landon Schultz, his first points of the game. And it's 19-7 halfway through the second quarter. Hall with it, utilizing the Ramju screen, cross-court pass to Smith. Smith uses the crease and screen, passes back now to Ramju, top of the key. Three-pointer, off the front iron, no good, rebounded by Caden Stewart. Coming back the other way now is Andrew Schultz for Kremlin Hillsdale. Driving the baseline, floater is up, no good. Rebound loose, deflected out of bounds by Adam Creason. It'll be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball, inbounding on the baseline under their basket. 3:23 to go here in the first half, 19-7 your score, favor Balko. Bounce pass to Schultz. Schultz, floater's no good. Picked up, rebounded now by Nathan Smith. Come back the other way are the Bison with 3:16 to go here in the half. Kremlin Hillsdale playing better here in the second quarter, but they haven't been able to make up much ground. Only outscoring Balko 7-5 in the quarter. Smith with it at the top of the key over to Creason now. Creason driving in across the face. Back to Ramju, over to Smith. Over to Hall, to Creason, back to Hall for three. Off the back iron, no good. The shot's just not falling for Balko. Pass is deflected. Smith goes for the steal and gets the foul instead. That'll be Smith's first personal foul, 5 team fouls. Kremlin Hillsdale basketball inbounding on the near side. Inbound goes to Landon Schultz between the circles, handing it off now to David Granberg. Granberg between the circles, driving in, utilizing the Stewart screen, has the ball. Pick and pop three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Mason Ramju. Balko come back the other way slowly. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. 19-7 the score. Over to Peyton Parker, has the ball now, finds Jaden Hall on the block. Shot off the glass is good. 6 points for Jaden Hall, tying him with team high honors. And it's 21-7 Balko with 2:20 to go here in the first half. Ramju playing defense, guarding Andrew Wright, has the ball. Good defense, all body. Smith reaches for the steal and again gets the foul. That'll be Smith's second personal foul. 16 fouls. So Nathan Smith and Adam Creason each with 2 fouls, so they've got to be careful here with the remaining 2:10 here in the half. Kremlin Hillsdale inbounds on the near side. Landon Schultz with it, top of the key, giving it off now to Granberg. Granberg driving around, picked up by Adam Creason. Smith now picks him up as a defensive switch, driving in, bounce pass to the near side. Three-pointer. High arcing shot, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, floater over Hall is in and out, no good. Rebound loose, offensive rebound again. Another offensive rebound, put back, good. Basket good, and a foul. Basket good by Jackson Stewart. 4 points for him. Foul on Balko, Peyton Parker. That'll be his second personal foul, 17 fouls. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. 1:48 to go here in the first half. Balko 21, Kremlin Hillsdale 9. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma. Kremlin Hillsdale to try and complete the three-point play. Jackson Stewart at the line. Free throws hard off the glass. In and out, no good. Rebound loose. All kinds of bodies on the floor. Offensive rebound. and the Bronx will reset. Ramju goes for the steal, doesn't get it, but does create havoc, and he deflects it out of bounds. It'll be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball inbounding on the near side. A minute 37 to go here in the half. 21-9 your score favor Balko. Kremlin Hillsdale is starting to creep back into this game. We have timeout on the floor. I guess there's a wet spot on the floor. So they'll take care of that. Again, a reminder that the winner of this game will play the winner between Timberlake and Scheidler tomorrow at 3 p.m., or not tomorrow, but Monday rather, at 3 p.m. here in Fairview. Right to inbound for the Bronx here toward the near side. Inbound goes nearly all the way to the other side of the court. Landon Schultz has it, throws it away. Out of bounds, it'll be Balko basketball. Nathan Smith with it on the near side to inbound. Does so to Jaden Hall. 90 seconds to go here in the half. In a quarter that's been rather pedestrian for Balko so far. Creason with it on the elbow. Giving it off to Ramju. Ramju driving the lane. Creates contact. Offensive foul on Mason Ramju. That'll be his second personal foul. And Kremlin Hillsdale basketball. So 2 fouls for Ramju, Creason, and Parker. A minute 17 to go here in the half. 21-9 the score. And yeah, Balko's just not on track in the score. They've only scored 7 points in the quarter, and it doesn't feel like they've even scored that many. The floater off the glass, no good. Man, the bunny doesn't fall for the Bronx. Kremlin Hillsdale will reset the offense with exactly a minute to go now here in the first half. Wright driving in, dishes over, three-pointer from the far side. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Peyton Parker. Hands it off aggressively to Jaden Hall. Balko come back the other way. Bounce pass to Smith in the front court over to Adam Creason at the top of the key, handing it back to Smith. Balko to reset the offense now. 41 seconds to go here in the first half. 21-9 your score. Jaden Hall free throw line jumper is good. Basket good for Hall. That's 8 for him to lead all scorers, and it's 23-9 Balko. And just as we were talking about how it's been a pedestrian quarter offensively for Balko, they tied their largest lead of the game at 14 points. 25 seconds left to go. Hall goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Ball loose on the floor, driving in around Creason. Shot off the glass and good for Landon Schultz, 4 for him. Balko basketball now with 15 seconds to go. And Balko will hold for the last shot of the half. Hall with it on the near side, being guarded by Caden Stewart. Crossover dribble, driving in. Hall over to Smith. Smith to Parker. Parker for 3. Off the glass, no good. Rebound by Kremlin Hillsdale, and that'll be the end of the first half with the score. Balko 23. Kremlin Hillsdale 11. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the first half recap and the start of the second half live from Fairview, Oklahoma. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, where the Balko Bison lead the Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx by a score of 23-11 at halftime. Balko won the first quarter 14-0. And then were outscored in the second quarter by Kremlin Hillsdale 11-9. The Bronx are being led by Jackson Stewart and Landon Schultz with 4 points apiece, 3 for David Granberg. For Balko, 8 for Jaden Hall, 6 for Nathan Smith, 5 for Peyton Parker, 4 for Mason Ramju. Adam Creason is going to need to start finding his shot here in the second half if Balko's going to maintain this lead and go on to win this game. Reminder that the winner of this game will play the winner between Scheidler and Timberlake on Monday at 3 p.m. right here in Fairview. The loser of this game will see their season come to an end here in this regional semifinal. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half live from live from Fairview, Oklahoma. Balko Bison basketball will continue in a moment.
So after this game, we got to tear all this down and go to the other side. Because honestly, do you want to be behind Goodwell's fans? No, that was horrible.
Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, where we're at halftime, and the Balko Bison lead the Kremlin Hillsdale Broncos by a score of 23-11. It will be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball to start the second half. The Bronx are in their road red uniforms with white lettering and white trim. They'll be going now from right to left across your screen. Balko is in their home white uniforms with the script maroon Balko across the chest, maroon lettering, maroon trim, and they will be going from left to right. Looks like the starting five are going to go out for both sides. And we're ready to start the second half now. Andrew Wright to do the inbounding honors for Kremlin Hillsdale. Inbound is deflected but picked up by Landon Schultz. Schultz giving it off to Granberg. Granberg driving across the court through a double team. Passes back now to Wright. Wright has the ball, driving in, passes back out and out again. Penetration dish, Landon Schultz handing it off now. Over to Granberg. Granberg with it on the far side. Now moving to between the circles, being guarded very closely by Nathan Smith. Driving in on Smith. Jackson Stewart with it now on the far side. A couple of Balko players are in some foul trouble as the floater from Smith is, or excuse me, from Stewart is no good, and we have a foul on Landon Schultz, and that'll be his third personal foul. Balko basketball with 30 seconds gone here in the second half. We have three Balko players in foul trouble, Peyton Parker, Adam Creason, and Mason Ramju, each with 2 fouls. So they've got to be really careful here in this third quarter that they don't pick up additional fouls so they can have their full complement going into the fourth quarter. Creason has it at the top of the key, giving back to Nathan Smith now between the circles, and Balko to reset the offense. Over to Peyton Parker on the far side, has the ball now back to Ramju over to the near side. Nathan Smith, the free throw line extended on the near side. Can't get rid of it, does so finally to Ramju between the circles. He gets trapped over there, giving back to Nathan Smith, and Balko to reset once again. Hall coming to set the screen. Smith doesn't use it, passes out of a double team to Peyton Parker for three. In and out, no good. Offensive rebound, Jaden Hall. Balko to reset the offense. Hall with it, finds Peyton Parker. Over to Hall. Hall from the corner for three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Stewart. Coming back the other way now are the Bronx. 6:38 to go here in the quarter. That was a lengthy possession for Balko, but got no points to show for it. Driving in now, Andrew Wright has it. Crossover dribble. Reverses course. Still with it. Toward the midcourt stripe. Hall picks him up. Passing over now to Granberg. Granberg driving in on Nathan Smith, and we have an offensive foul. Granberg cleared with the elbow and drew the foul. So that'll be Granberg's first personal foul, second team foul of the half. And it will be Balko basketball. Substitution. The referee gave the ball to go ahead and inbound it. They inbounded it while there was a substitution going on, and then he held on to it like he was Barry Sanders. It was pretty awesome. Jaden Hall has it on the block under the basket. Turnaround jumper is good for Jaden Hall. Hall with 10 points, the first player for either team in double figures, and Balko once again tying the largest lead of the game at 25-11. Landon Schultz has a seat for Kremlin Hillsdale, and into the game now is Ethan Haggard. Granberg with on the far side, driving in. The floater over Hall is good. David Granberg with the basket. 5 for him, and it's 25-13, 5:43 to go here in the third quarter. Nathan Smith with it, double team comes, passing over to Peyton Parker on the far side, feeds Adam Creason. Long cross-court pass to Smith for three. Off the glass, no good, rebound loose. Creason tries to save it. It's still loose on the floor, picked up by Kremlin Hillsdale. Numbers 4, the Bronx, and Balko didn't see it. They had a 2-on-1 in the front court, and nobody from Kremlin Hillsdale saw it. Into the front court now, David Granberg with it. Utilizing the Stewart screen. Passing over to Wright on the near side, being guarded by Ramju. Once again, utilizing the Stewart screen. We have a reach-in foul, a traveling violation, rather. So it'll be a travel and Balko basketball. 5:08 to go here in the third quarter. 25-13 the score favor the Bison. Reminder that the winner of today's game will play the winner between Timberlake and Scheidler on Monday at 3 p.m. here in Timberlake. The loser will find their season over after this game. Jaden Hall down to the block, shot off the glass, no good, rebound by Creason. Over to Hall, Hall shot blocked, deflected back, Nathan Smith gets it, and Balko to reset the offense. Kremlin Hillsdale's defense since the first quarter has been much, much better. Over to the near side, Nathan Smith with it, and Balko to reset. Being guarded by Andrew Wright, has the ball, finds finds Parker on the elbow, deflected over to Hall. Hall with it to Creason, driving the baseline, dishes over to Smith. Smith faking the shot, driving in around a double team. The floater is no good, but he's fouled on the shot, and Nathan Smith will be at the line to shoot two. Foul's going to be on Ethan Haggard. That'll be Haggard's second personal foul. 13th foul of the half. First free throw for Smith is up and good. One more free throw forthcoming for the 5'7" junior from Balko. Second free throw's up, wastes no time, free throw's good. That's the quickest release, that's as quick of a release as you'll see. Smith goes 2 for 2 for the line, has 8 points, and it's 27-13 Balko. Driving in now, just out to Stewart, Jackson Stewart for 3, and it is good. 7 points for Jackson Stewart to give him game high honors, and it's 27-16. Hall with it into the front court. Passing over to Nathan Smith from the far side, finds Adam Creason. Creason loses control. Back to Smith. Smith for 3. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jaden Hall. Hall tied up toward the near side. Players go flying. Turnaround is no good, and we have a foul. Foul's going to be on David Granberg, his second personal foul. And man, Andrew Wright went flying, and that gives you an idea of how strong Jaden Hall is. He just had the ball and picked it up, and Wright went flying. So it'll be Balko basketball inbounding from the baseline. 3:56 to go here in the third quarter. Adam Creason wide open under the basket. Layup is good. And Creason's first points of the game. It's 29-16, 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. Everyone cleared out. Adam Creason was all alone right there in the paint. Driving in now, bounce pass to the near side, right for three. And it's good. Back-to-back three-pointers for Kremlin Hillsdale. They're starting to get hot now, and it's a 10-point game, 29-19. 3:32 to go here in the third quarter. Hall into the front court, and this Kremlin Hillsdale crowd is starting to come alive. Bounce pass is knocked away and stolen. Come back the other way. Kremlin Hillsdale in transition. Numbers back defensively for Balko. Driving in, Granberg with it, gets trapped on the baseline, bounce pass to the far side. Shot is deflected, picked up now by Caden Stewart. Stewart at the top of the key, it's knocked away and stolen. Ramju had it, hands it off to Jaden Hall. Balko's going to slowly come back the other way. Mason Ramju on the far side, three-pointer, shot is deflected, rebounded by David Granberg. Coming back the other way now, Kremlin Hillsdale into the front court, finds Jackson Stewart. Stewart has the ball trapped by Peyton Parker over there, giving it back now to Granberg. Bronx to reset, driving in. The floater over Hall is no good. Offensive rebound, put back is good by Ethan Haggard. That's 2 points for him. And this is now an 8-point game. Balko led by as many as 14, and Kremlin Hillsdale is right back in this game. And Balko's body language on the floor does not look good at the moment. Hall has the ball at the free throw line. The jumper is blocked. Rebound deflected out of bounds by Adam Creason. It will be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball. Oh no, they're going to say it was tipped by the Bronx. Parker has it, giving it off now to Smith. Smith with it near the timeline. Bounce pass to Ramju on the near side over to Parker. Parker bounce pass is kicked, and it will be Balko basketball. Balko is all out of sorts offensively, and their body language right now does not look good. So Ramju looking to inbound, does so to Parker at the top of the key, over to Smith. Smith loses control of it. He gets it back up, though, and Balko to reset the offense. Bounce pass to Mason Ramju. Ramju faking the pass cross-court, reverses to Creason. Creason bounce pass to Hall, driving in. Hall shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by David Granberg. Coming back the other way now are the Bronx. 29-21 your score, favor Balko. Under 2 to play here in the third quarter. Driving in, the 14-foot jumper is in and out, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Peyton Parker in the corner, and he's pushed. Foul's going to be on Ethan Haggard. That'll be 3 on him. So 3 fouls for the senior from Kremlin Hillsdale, and it will be Balko basketball. The minute 42 to go here in the third quarter, 29-21 the score. Hall with it, utilizing the Creason screen, has the ball, giving off to Ramju over to Parker on the near side. Pass is deflected and stolen, coming back the other way. A lot of turnovers in this quarter for Balko. Three-pointer is no good. Offensive rebound put back is good. Caden Stewart with the basket. It's a 6-point game, 29-23 with a minute 15 to go here in the third quarter. 30-second timeout, we'll take it with them. A minute 14 to go here in the quarter. Balko 29, Kremlin Hillsdale 23. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma. We're about to release Kremlin Hillsdale 29-23, and this Kremlin Hillsdale crowd, which has been dead for the entire game, has suddenly come to life. As Balko's gone ice cold offensively and defensively. Creason setting the screen, Hall with the ball, passing over to Smith. Nathan Smith for 3, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound put back by Creason is good. 4 points for Adam Creason. And it's back to an 8-point game, 31-23, 55 seconds to go here in the quarter. Driving all the way into the lane, met by Hall, and it's going to be a foul on Jaden Hall. Oh no, the foul's going to be on Nathan Smith. That'll be Smith's second personal foul. First team foul of the half. Fouls on the shot, and David Granberg will be at the line to shoot 2. Granberg with 5 points so far in the game for Kremlin Hillsdale. 48.4 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Granberg's first free throw is up, off the front of the rim and no good. So one more free throw coming for the 6'4 junior from Kremlin Hillsdale. Second free throw's up. Around the rim and good. So Granberg converts 1 of 2. He has 6 points. And it's a 7-point game, 31-24, 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Neither team wants to see their season come to an end. Creason with the ball from the block, shots off the glass and good. Adam Creason starting to get into a groove. Now he has 6 points, and man, would it be nice to have him hit a number of these shots here right in a row. Apparently he's going to have that all day long because he's been at the block all day long. Driving in, the floater is good by Granberg, 8 points for him. 33-26, 16 seconds to go here in the quarter. Balko's going to hold for the last shot. Possession arrow does favor Balko in case of a tie ball. Hall dribbling around a double team using the Ramju's screen. Over to Creason for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound deflected and a foul. I think that's going to be on Mason Ramju. Foul will be on Mason Ramju. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. Second team foul. 1.2 seconds to go here in the quarter. One that's been dominated by Kremlin Hillsdale. Outlet to the near side, 3/4 court shot at the buzzer is no good. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter with your score. Balko 33, Kremlin Hillsdale 26. Balko bites the basketball. We'll continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, where the Balko Bison lead the Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx by a score of 33-26. Kremlin Hillsdale's offense has come alive here in the last few minutes. Kremlin Hillsdale is being paced by David Granberg with 8, 7 for Jackson Stewart, 3 for Andrew Wright, 2 apiece for Ethan Haggard and Caden Stewart. For Balko, 10 for Jaden Hall, 8 for Nathan Smith, 6 for Adam Creason, 5 for Peyton Parker, 4 for Mason Ramju. It'll be Balko basketball to start the fourth quarter, and we're underway here in the final stanza. Smith into the front court, no-look pass over to Parker. Parker bounce pass to Creason on the elbow. Double team comes, driving. He's tripped, no call, turnover, coming back the other way. And Creason says something to the official. Coming back up the court. You got to be careful with that. Schultz with it, the floater over Creason, no good, and a foul. 3 fouls on Adam Creason, fouls on the shot. And Landon Schultz is going to be at the line to shoot 2 for Kremlin Hillsdale with 7:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Schultz's first free throw is on the way. Off the back iron, no good. One more free throw coming for the 6'3 junior from Kremlin Hillsdale. Second free throw is up. Off the back iron, also no good. Rebound picked up by Adam Creason. Come back the other way now with the Bison. 7:37 to go in regulation. 33-26 the score. So Schultz goes 0 for 2 from the line on that possession. Adam Creason with it on the wing, giving it off to Ramju, over to Smith on the near side. Smith for 3, off the back iron, no good. Rebound going all the way to the sideline, saved by Creason, and it will be Balko basketball. Ramju over to Smith and Balko to reset now. 7:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pass over to Peyton Parker. Parker has it now on the Yellow Jacket logo, dishing over to Nathan Smith. Bounce pass to Mason Ramju. Being guarded very closely by Andrew Wright. Ball cross-court pass is knocked away and stolen. Numbers for the Bronx. Driving in, the shot is blocked by Creason. Offensive rebound, though. Put back is up and good by Jackson Stewart. 9 points for him. And it's a 5-point game, 33-28, with 6:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. Smith loses control of the ball, picks it back up, giving it off to Ramju. Ramju over to Creason on the block. He stopped the shot off the glass and good for Adam Creason. So after going scoreless in the first half, Adam Creason has 8 now here in the second half, and it's 35-28. Balko by a touchdown with 6:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Granberg with the ball, driving in, dishing out now to Stewart on the far side. Jackson Stewart, crossover dribble, reverses course back to Landon Schultz. Schultz back to Granberg, and Kremlin Hillsdale to reset. Driving in is Granberg. The floater over Hall it looked like it may have been deflected, and we have a foul on the rebound. So loose ball foul on David Granberg. That'll be 3 fouls on him. That'll be his third personal foul, 16 fouls for Kremlin Hillsdale. Balko basketball, 6:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Smith now with it into the front court. Met there by 2 Kremlin Hillsdale defenders, finds Adam Creason. Creason driving baseline. This over to Hall. Hall loses control. He wasn't ready for it to Smith. Smith to Romju. Romju to Parker. Parker to Creason, and Balko to reset. Parker had the shot, but he opted not to take it. He's got a little bit of a lack of confidence at the moment, does Peyton Parker. 5:46 to go here in the ballgame. Romju for 3. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound picked up by the Bronx. Ethan Haggard with it. Hall goes for the steal in the backcourt, doesn't get it. Granberg will bring it into the front court for Kremlin Hillsdale. Driving in through a double team, and we have a reach-in foul. Foul will be on the floor. And it's going to be, I think, on Peyton Parker. That'll be Parker's third personal foul. Kremlin Hillsdale basketball inbounding from the baseline. Inbound goes to the Coffin corner, handing it back off now. Driving in is Granberg. Stops, and he traveled with it. So we have a turnover for Kremlin Hillsdale. Balko basketball, 5:27 to go in regulation. 35-28 to score. Everything is on the line in this game for these teams. The winner advances to the regional final. On Monday, the loser sees their season come to an end. Over to Nathan Smith from the near side. Smith, wide open 3, bang! 3-point basket good for Nathan Smith. That's 11 for him. And the Bison lead back up to double digits at 10, 38-28, 5:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Crossover dribble, Smith goes for the steal, gets the person instead. And that's the third time that he's done that he's gone for a steal and has gotten the body instead. So Bronx basketball, Kremlin Hillsdale basketball, inbounding on the far side. Andrew Wright to inbound for Kremlin Hillsdale, 5:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. Outlet goes to the logo, Schultz with it, and we have a foul. Foul's going to be on Adam Creason, it looks like. And that's going to be 4 fouls on Adam Creason, and he's got to watch out now. And then there was some extracurricular after the play as well. So things are getting a little chippy on the floor. Schultz with the ball being guarded by Creason. Giving it off now to Granberg. Granberg between the circles. Calls for the screen, doesn't use it. Nathan Smith on defense now uses the Jackson Stewart screen, driving all the way in. The floater is deflected, and we have a loose ball foul. Foul's going to be on Ethan Haggard. That's 4 fouls on him. Oh, they're not going to say that was even a. They're not even going to say that was a loose ball foul. They're going to say that was a possession foul. That looked like a loose ball foul to me, but whatever the officials say is gospel. So Mason Romju will be at the line to shoot 1-1 for Balko. A 10-point lead for the Bison. Romju at the line to shoot the 1-1. Mason Romju with 4 points so far in the game. So the 5'8" senior from Balko to shoot the 1-1. Free throw is off the rim, no good. Rebounded. We have a loose ball foul called on Peyton Parker. And for Parker, that's going to be his 4th personal foul. So all sorts of foul trouble now for the Balko Bison. So Ethan Haggard now at the line to shoot 1-1 for Kremlin Hillsdale. Haggard with 4 points so far in the game. The front end of the 1-1 on the way. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Romju. The officials are calling this a little bit tighter now, trying to keep it from getting out of control. It's starting to get chippy on the floor. Parker has the ball on the far side. Finds Hall over to Creason. Creason shot off the glass is good. 10 points for Adam Creason, the 3rd Bison player in double figures, and it's a 12-point lead for Balko, 40-28. 4:23 to go here in regulation. Granberg in the front court, double team comes, passing over now to Jackson Stewart, stopping at the elbow, reversing course, giving back to Granberg. Granberg at the foul line extended on the far side, has the ball, bring it back between the circle. Hall's go for the steal, doesn't get it. Romju does. Coming back the other way now is Balko, and they're going to slow it down. They'll wait for the offense to set, and they're going to be very careful. Halfway through the second quarter, Smith with the dribble between the legs, Adam Crease on the block, loses the pass, can't find it. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Kremlin Hillsdale. We have a foul in the backcourt, I think on Mason Ramju. And that's going to be 4 fouls on Ramju. So Mason Ramju, Adam Creason, and Peyton Parker, each with 4 fouls for Balko. Levi Milliken coming into the game, and Mason Ramju's going to have a seat. So Levi Milliken into the game. Coach Regeer's telling him, you've got 10. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good for David Granberg. Granberg with 9 points so far in the game. Bonus free throw forthcoming for Kremlin Hillsdale. 40-29 the score favor Balko, just past the midway point here in the fourth quarter. Granberg's second free throw is up. And good. He has a really nice shot. 10 points for him. He's the first Kremlin Hillsdale player in double figures. And it's a 10-point lead for Balko, 40-30, 3:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. Nathan Smith into the front court over to Peyton Parker. Parker has the ball, reverses course over to Hall. Hall with it, long pass to Smith on the near side. Has it, heavy pressure, giving it back to Parker. Parker back to Smith, and Balko's going to reset with 3.5 to go here in the ballgame. Smith over to Hall on the far side in front of the Balko bench. Has the ball being guarded out there by Jackson Stewart. Reverses course over to Adam Creason. Creason, 15-foot jumper is good. 12 points for Adam Creason, and he's now the game-high scorer after going scoreless in the first half. 42-30 the score. Bounce pass over to Jackson Stewart on the far side. Has the ball met by Peyton Parker. Andrew right now between the circles has it. Takes a long three-pointer off the back iron. Rebound is picked up by Kremlin Hillsdale. We have a foul on the floor. Foul's going to be on Jaden Hall. That'll be his second personal foul. Landon Schultz will be at the line to shoot 2. Mason Ramju back at the game, and Levi Milliken will have a seat. So Schultz at the line to shoot 2 free throws for Kremlin Hillsdale. Oh no, I guess it's a 1-and-1. But, well, he'll shoot 2 anyway because the first one was good. So Schultz converts the front end. He'll have 1 more free throw forthcoming. 3 minutes to go in the ball game, an 11-point lead for Balko. Second free throw is up. Around the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Jaden Hall. Coming back the other way now are the Bison. Hall wants to run, and now they want to settle, giving it off now to Nathan Smith. Double team comes. The ball's knocked away and stolen by Wright. Coming back the other way, Hall goes. He had a transition layup, and he threw it high off the glass out of bounds. But it was deflected by Nathan Smith, and it'll be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball, 2:43 to go. Balko fell asleep on the offensive end. We'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 2:43 to go here in regulation. Balko 42, Kremlin Hillsdale 31. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview High School, where Balko leads Kremlin Hillsdale 42-31. 2:43 to go here in the ball game. Kremlin Hillsdale to inbound from the baseline. The inbound is deflected by Mason Ramju. It'll be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball. 1 second comes off the clock. Granberg to do the inbounding honors for the Bronx in the coffin corner on the far side. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him once again. 2:42 to go here in regulation. 42-31 favor of Balko. Balko Bison basketball will continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, where the Balko Bison lead the Kremlin Hillsdale Bronx by a score of 42-31. Kremlin Hillsdale to inbound from the Coffin corner on the near side. 2:42 to go here in regulation. You have to feel like whoever makes the next run is going to win this game. Long outlet to the top of the key, wide open three-pointer is good for David Granberg. 13 points for him. He's the game's high scorer, and it's an 8-point game now, 42-34, 2.5 to go in regulation. Smith into the front court, passes over to Ramju on the near side, finds Adam Creason. Creason passing to Hall in the paint. The shot is blocked and a foul. Foul is going to be on Ethan Haggard, and Ethan Haggard's going to foul out. So Ethan Haggard's day will be done with 4 points. The Kremlin Hillsdale faithful giving him a round of applause, and they should. He played a very good game for them. He did a very good job for Kremlin Hillsdale, and their fans are absolutely correct in applauding his effort. He did terrific. He only had 4 points, but that was not the sum total of his production in this game, as the first free throw from Jaden Hall is good. One more free throw forthcoming for the 6'3" Harding University commit from Balko. Second free throw up, and good. Hall converts both. He has 12, and it's a 10-point lead for Balko, 44-34. Inbound goes to Wright. Wright passing into the front court to Granberg. Granberg driving in, creating space, puts the shot up, no call. Rebounded by Jaden Hall, coming back the other way now for Balko. 2:10 to go in regulation. Creason with it on the far side, loses control, gets it back. Passing out of the double team over to Ramju. Ramju to Hall, back to Ramju. And Balko to reset the offense. Jaden Hall at the free throw line extended on the far side, has the ball. Smith's wide open on the near side. If Hall can find him, he does. Three-pointer for Nathan Smith. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound deflected out of bounds off of Kremlin Hillsdale. No, it was off of Balko. So it'll be Kremlin Hillsdale basketball with 1:47 to go in the ball game. Well, in regulation anyway. This ball game's not over yet. Granberg with the ball, crossover dribble, has the ball, being guarded by Hall, driving across the face, picks up his dribble, bounce pass, goes back near the logo, now between the circles. Jackson Stewart has it, driving in on Peyton Parker, pulls it back out. 1.5 to go here in the ball game. Right with it, being guarded by Smith, giving it off to Granberg. Granberg top of the key, driving around Creason. The floater is off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, he lost control and he was fouled. And that's going to be, I think, on Peyton Parker. No, it's going to be on Mason Ramju, so Mason Ramju is going to foul out of the game with 4 points. So Mason Ramju will have a seat. The Balko faithful give him a hand. At the line for Kremlin Hillsdale now, Caden Stewart with a chance to put 2 more on the board for Kremlin Hillsdale. The first free throw is up and good. 3 points for the 6'3", 6'4" senior from Kremlin Hillsdale. Second free throw is on the way. And it is around the rim, no good. That held on the rim forever. Offensive rebound, though, and Kremlin Hillsdale to reset. 16-foot jumper is off the back iron, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound again. 1:13 to go here in regulation. Bounce pass goes out of bounds off of Kremlin Hillsdale. Will be Balko basketball. 1:10 to go in the ball game. Hall to inbound, does so to Adam Creason. And Balko's going to take all the time in the world. The clock's not running. Clock is now running. Hall has the ball in the front court, being guarded by Caden Stewart. Driving around, double team, triple team comes. Hall circles back around, and Balko's just running time at this point. And we have a foul before the shot. I think it's going to be on Caden Stewart. It is. For Stewart, that'll be his first personal foul. 19th out of the half, and Jaden Hall will be at the line to shoot 1-1 for Balko. And if Hall converts these, well, if he converts one, it'll be a 4-possession game. And he does. First free throw is up and good. So Hall earns the bonus free throw now with 53.7 seconds left to go. 45-35 the score, favor Balko. Second free throw is up and also good. Hall now with 14 points, and that gives him game-high honors. 50 seconds to go in the ballgame. An 11-point lead for Balko, Kremlin Hillsdale basketball, and they're not operating with nearly enough pace Three-pointer from the top of the key, misses everything. It'll be a turnover and Balko basketball. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. 40 seconds to go here in the ballgame. Balko 46, Kremlin Hillsdale 35. Balko bites the basketball. Continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma. 40 seconds left to go in regulation. Balko 46, Kremlin 35. In a game that, except for the first quarter, has been extremely tight all the way through. Hall looking to inbound, Smith with it in the backcourt. Driving in, gives it back to Hall. Hall bringing it into the front court. Finds Levi Milliken wide open, giving it up to Creason. Creason, 4 defenders, shots up good and a foul. Basket good for Adam Creason. Foul is going to be on Landon Schultz. That'll be his 4th personal foul. So Adam Creason looking to convert the three-point play and put this game essentially out of reach. The free throw is on the way, and good. So Adam Creason with 15 points, giving him game-high honors. And it's now 49-35. Balko tying their largest lead of the game with 30 seconds to go. Driving in his right. The floater is no good. Offensive rebound. Turnaround move in the paint, no good. Rebounded by Creason. Come back the other way is Balko, and we have a foul in the backcourt on Landon Schultz, and that's going to be 5 on Landon Schultz. So Landon Schultz is going to foul out of this game with 5 points, and I imagine the Kremlin Hillsdale supporters will give him a hand as well, as do the Balko fans. Nice game for Landon Schultz. He's a junior, so he'll have another crack at this next year. Adam Creason's first free throw is up. Around the rim, no good. 17.1 seconds left to go in the ball game. So Balko's going to win this game, and they will advance to the 5th round, where they will play the winner between Scheidler and Timberlake on Monday at 3 o'clock. Creason converts. He has 16. Adam Creason stole the inbound. He lost his balance and fell. And the Balko crowd giving him all sorts of heck for it too. He stole the inbounds, kind of threw it up as he was going down to the ground, driving the baseline. The floater is up and good for David Granberg, giving him 15 points. What an effort for him. Smith in the backcourt, and that's going to be the ball game with the final score: Balko 50. Kremlin Hillsdale 37. So the Balko Bison will be back in action on Monday at 3 o'clock as they'll face the winner between Scheidler and Timberlake. Remember, the Balko Lady Bison will be back in action at 6:30 this evening as they take on Goodwell here in Fairview, live on the Balko Bison Sports Network. We're going to go ahead and sign out, but we'll be back. We want to invite everyone to come back and listen to the other broadcast. Until next time, this is David Vaughn reminding you that this is Balko Bison Basketball.